A little demo here for Autodesk Sketchbook, which is the little icon with the pencil. And just if you go to a new sketch, so let's see here. So I'm starting out up here, right? This is a little control, that little bulleted list takes you back to this control center. So I want to make a new sketch. Just leave it on the default size and hit create. Okay, and I want to discard my current sketch, but okay. All right, so here's a new sketch. Here's my page. So I'm zooming in and zooming out just by using my hands, fingers on the screen, pinching in, pinching out to zoom in and zoom out. I want to show you over here on the right is the toolbar, and you can see there's different tools. The fourth one down is called the technical pen. That's what you want to use. And there's a couple of things to notice here. One, you see this slider right here? So that slides up and down. Look at the little dot on the screen. It's getting bigger and smaller. That controls the size of my pen tip. Put it all the way up, it gives me a nice fat line. And by the way, the Apple Pencil, look how it's sort of thinner and fatter. That's depending upon, thin line, fatter line. That depends on, how hard I press. So look up here. See this? That's the back button, back. It's undo. So I'm just hitting it, undoing all this stuff. So you want to use the technical pen, and then look down here, that's the eraser. So if I get that, watch, I can erase. That's all you need to know in terms of the tools. The eraser, which is, the eraser down here, and the technical pen up here. You're going to go back and forth between them. This slider controls opacity, but you want to keep the opacity all the way up. You don't want like a transparent black line. You want a nice solid black line. Okay, back. I'm just undoing. Remember, undo is up there. Okay, so now that I'm ready to bring a photo in and start tracing it, look up here. This is the toolbar up here, and if I scroll back and forth, you see that? Scroll back and forth. One of the options, I need to undo. One of the options is right here. It's import photo. So again, undo. Okay, so click on that, and it takes me to photos. So I've got photos on here that I took. I took them on this iPad. But if you took them on an iPhone, you can airdrop them right to the iPad. They'll show up in photos. If you have an Android device or something and you took them on that, you might have to email it to yourself and go to the browser here and log in and bring. But once you've got photos here, just select the one you want. I think this was the one I went with before. So boom, it's brought it in, just click done. I mean, I can resize it here if I want to or whatever, but I just click done. There it is. And see over here on the right, I need to click this plus up here will make me a new layer. And I want to draw in that new layer. I don't want to draw on the photo. So let me go back. So I'm going to make a new layer. Boom. So it's on this layer that I'm going to draw, the top layer. So this layer right here. Don't draw on this layer. In fact, to make sure I don't draw on it, I'm going to click it. See the little, there's a little, see what I'm doing there, on and off? There's a little tiny, a little padlock there. So I'm going to lock that, okay? So again, I'm going to go back, get rid of this. Whoops, oh shoot, go forward. So I'm going to make sure my little photo layer is locked, make my new layer, that's what I'm going to draw in. So now I can start tracing. So I get the pen, and I want to, I don't want to make it too fat. Remember, I'm doing fine line first, and then I can start tracing. See up here, I'm starting on the left, upper left. You see I'm tracing the hand. And look down here on the photo layer, if I click the little eyeball, it hides the photo. Kind of nice. I can hide and show the photo anytime I want. So I'm going to get my eraser and erase that arrow. I don't want that. So I'm back in the top layer, and I can just keep tracing. Got my pen. If I want, look, just, shoot, undo. I can zoom in so that it's easier to trace. I mean, that zooming in, that's kind of the equivalent of just like if you were on the light board, of just kind of like leaning into it. Now up here, look, I got a little mess up. Well, I can grab my eraser make it small. Remember, I'm using that slider. You know, make it small, and I can, oops, I can erase a little bit, clean that up. I don't want you to be obsessed with making it perfect, but if you do get a little like, you know, a little mess up, you can fix it. So again, I can zoom out here and I can hide my photo. Whoops. See my image coming along. Okay, I think that's it. If I go back, when I'm done, if I go back, whoops, go back up here, right, click on the little bulleted list, I can click on gallery, and it says save current sketch, and I'm like, heck yeah, save it. So here it is. This first one is the image that I'm working on. This is the one I